Hey guys, what's up? What's happening? The King of Games 98 here at your service. How you doing? Hope y'all are doing good and staying safe during these times. And on today's Christmas movie review, I will be talking about and reviewing Scrooge from 1970 starring Albert Finney. Okay guys, so if you've never seen Scrooge from 1970 and are kind of curious as to what it's about, well, basically, if you've seen one of the many, many, many iterations of A Christmas Carol movies, then you've pretty much seen Scrooge from 1970. But I will read the back of my VHS copy's case anyway. The spirit of Christmas becomes a musical celebration of life in this rousing adaptation of Charles Dickens' beloved family classic, A Christmas Carol. Mean-spirited and stingy Ebenezer Scrooge, played by Albert Finney, has a sour face and humbug for anyone who crosses his path. But on this Christmas Eve, he will learn the horrible fate that awaits him if he continues his miserly ways. One by one, the ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future take the startled Ebenezer on an incredible journey through time, showing him in one magical night what takes most people a lifetime to learn. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how I'd sum up Scrooge from 1970, starring Albert Finney. Okay, so for the remainder of this 5-minute movie review, I am going to be talking about my thoughts, feelings, and opinions about Scrooge from 1970. And I'm also going to share some interesting facts that I found about the movie. Okay, so first off, I'm just going to start with Albert Finney portraying Ebenezer Scrooge. I liked his version of playing the character of Ebenezer Scrooge. I thought he did a really good job playing the role of Ebenezer Scrooge. Really, all the actors in this movie in general, I thought were just spectacular. They all just did great jobs playing the roles of the characters they were assigned to. I thought the locations were really cool and very realistic and, reminiscent of that era of when this story is supposed to be set in. And I'm going to touch back upon the location later in this video. The runtime for this video, or for this movie, excuse me, was 115 minutes. So 115 minutes, it's right, it's real close to that 2 hour mark because 120 minutes is 2 hours. So it's right under that 122 hour mark, but it's not exactly 2 hours long. So I thought the runtime was good. It wasn't too long and it wasn't too short. Yeah, I think I'm just going to get into the interesting facts that I have written down here. So, I thought this was interesting how the movie started out. The movie started out with kids singing Christmas carols on people's doorsteps, begging for money. That I thought was interesting because this is the third A Christmas Carol movie version or iteration, whichever you want to call it, that I've watched, and this is the first one that started out like that. So I thought that was kind of important, so I wrote it down. And another scene, this was really cool and interesting. I have not seen this in another Christmas Carol movie iteration ever. There was a scene, so when Jacob Marley comes to warn Scrooge that three spirits are going to, visit you tonight, he then flies Scrooge out of his freaking bedroom window, and they fly into the sky above the town. And Jacob Marley showed Scrooge other spirits that were stuck in hell as an example of this is what will happen to you if you don't change your ways, basically. That was really cool. So I found out this movie was actually a musical. And they added extra scenes for singing parts, which I did notice pretty easily. This is a 1970 British musical film, and it was filmed in London between January and May of 1970. I thought that was really cool. Now, this movie starred Albert Finney as Ebenezer Scrooge, who I already said that. But Albert Finney also starred in Aaron Brockovich, Skyfall 007, The Bourne Ultimatum, Corpse Bride, The Bourne Legacy, and Jason Bourne. Now, I really can't say a single bad thing about this movie other than I'm not really a fan of musical movies. But I still did thoroughly enjoy this movie, and so that's why my final rating for Scrooge from 1970 starring Albert Finney is going to be an 8 out of 10. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you next time.